So what's going on, guys? It's JM, it's speedboxing. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel before you click onto any of the videos. Also comment below in the comment section if you guys have any opinions of what I'm saying in any of the videos. Like always, it's appreciated if you guys could drop me a quick sub or two on my channel. So former cruiserweight unified champion and former heavyweight champion of the world David Haye once again came out and mentioned unified heavyweight champion and fellow British fighter Anthony Joshua, saying that he'd find a way to beat Anthony Joshua if the two were to fight, and that he's looking for that Anthony Joshua fight. And even though David Haye is 36 years old and had a long 3-year layoff and has been plagued with so many injuries, he still feels that he can beat Anthony Joshua. And apparently his injuries healed up now, and he's got that new trainer Ismael Salas, who is a Cuban trainer, a very experienced trainer. And I'm going to quote David Haye here, talking on boxingscene.com. He says, "Once I proved myself in December and I'm firing on all cylinders, I want the Joshua fight. If I get in the ring with him, I'll find a way to beat the giant. He is 10 years younger, 3 inches taller and 3 stone bigger, and I love and relish that kind of challenge. He is the #1, and for good reason. You have the likes of Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder, but AJ has the momentum, and I aim at the very best. I do believe though that against Pulev you will get a world-class performance from a heavyweight champion of the world. He can unify titles as long as he's not against me." So David Haye still very confident that he can beat Anthony Joshua. Me personally, I'm not very confident in that at all. Like, David Haye, don't get me wrong, David Haye is a massive puncher. He's always got a shot against anybody, David Haye, just because of that punching power. But David Haye's punching power and the way he used to take people out was due to his reflexes and his speed and his timing. Like, David Haye wasn't a Gennady Golovkin type pressure fighter who'd jump on you and throw loads of shots. No, David Haye would wait to counterpunch you with a big right hand or just jump in with a big right hand. He was a guy who never really threw many punches, David Haye, in a fight. Like, he was always looking for that big right hand to take you out. But against somebody like Anthony Joshua, who in my opinion, speed and timing is a lot quicker than David Haye's. David Haye's timing against Tony Bellew looked fucking terrible in his last fight. Like, even before the injury, David Haye's timing and his speed just looked like it wasn't there anymore. Like, against guys like Jurjai and fucking Demore, like, you can hide it. You can still look good against them guys, because them guys are just total tin cans. But when he's fighting somebody who is of a certain caliber, who is a world-class caliber, then you're going to see the flaws in David Haye now. You're going to see that he is not the fighter he was 7-8 years ago. So, yeah, David Haye still here mentioning the Anthony Joshua fight. Is he just doing this to build up his next fight because he's saying he's going to be back in the ring in December? Is that going to be the Tony Bellew rematch? Is he going to fight a world rank opponent? Or is he going to fight a fucking another Jurjai Demore guy on fucking Dave? So you just never know with David Haye. He likes to talk. He likes to say that he will become heavyweight champion again. He is a very competitive man, David Haye. I've always noticed that about David Haye. He's a very, very competitive man, and he feels that he can beat anyone in the world. But if he can actually do it, that's another question. But me personally, I don't see it. I just think David Haye has had his time in the sun, and at 36 years old, I don't see him getting it again. And I just see him losing as soon as he fights somebody who is of a certain caliber in the heavyweight division. Like, he lost against Tony Bellew, who is a natural cruiserweight, for fuck's sake. So against a big, strong 6'5", 6'6" heavyweight, I just don't see it ending well for David Haye, especially if his injuries flare up again. But it is what it is. David Haye's David Haye, so people are gonna be entertained by it. So yeah, it's JM, it's speedboxing.